Hello, I'm Tyler Frankie with the Canby Now Podcast. I'm here with my co-host Tyler Clausen. And
That's me.
and Embry Johnson, a Canby High School freshman and an actor in a couple of independent films, including Prodigy, which just came out, and we'll be talking about that. Embry, how are you?
Good.
Good. Tyler, how are you doing?
I'm good. Same as him.
Yeah, no one ever asked you that.
Nobody ever asked me that.
So, Embry, my first question, a little bit of a more serious question. Unfortunately, there's a lot of history with child actors having issues like later in life, getting hooked on drugs, getting messed up, stuff like that. I was just wondering if you had plans to get hooked on drugs or get messed up later in life.
Yeah, if you could just let us know ahead of time.
Because you probably should not do that if that was what you were thinking.
Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think you should not do that.
Definitely not do that.
Yeah.
No more smoking a regular.
I'm so glad I asked you that question to sort of head that off. So, Embry, why don't you tell us a little bit about Prodigy, the movie that just came out?
Well, it's a film where I play a kid named Caleb, he can see the future, and the government is chasing him, and then my alcoholic father comes and saves me from the government, and then we go on the run.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, and why is the government chasing you in the movie? You want to tell people that?
Well, I've already predicted, in the movie, it starts off, and I've predicted 2 out of 3, world-ending events. And so the government, wants...
no big deal. I just 2 out of 3. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And before I predict, and the government's they have me capture River, and I'm about to predict the 3rd, and then that's when the movie starts.
Yeah, and they want to take that over. So it's a really good film. I've actually seen it. It was filmed here in Oregon, I think, or at least almost all of it.
Yeah.
There goes one of my questions.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, sorry about that. What was it like to be part of it?
It was a great experience.
Yeah.
Getting to meet all the different people involved, and it was
There's
great.
a lot of, obviously you're getting chased by government agents, soldiers and things. There's a lot of scary stuff that kind of happens.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel like it was kind of scary or kind of weird, or was it just, obviously you know that you're on set and stuff, but...
Yeah, no, it never really was scary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Going back, what parts of Oregon were you filming in?
We filmed in Bend, Wilsonville, and Detroit Lake. We filmed a bunch there, and around that area, sort of.
Yeah. It's always fun to watch a movie that you know was filmed in Oregon or somewhere where you're from, and trying to figure out have I been to that place? And so I was a little distracted the entire time.
Yeah,
trying to figure out if I've
been there
there.
before.
Yeah.
I was doing the same thing. There was one scene in the Donald gun shop. I was like, I know that place. I have that shirt that the guy was wearing. so yeah, that was fun.
So Embry, what inspired you to become an actor in the first place?
Well, I've always been interested in plays and stuff, and I'd go and watch community theater or high school plays, and I always wanted to be in them.
Yeah.
And I'd always pick out characters from them, and I'd be like, oh,
I'd be that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that kind of that's how I started acting. I started doing just plays,
Mm-hmm.
theater, school plays, whatever I could really get my hands on.
Yeah. It's
And
cool.
I wanted to take it to the next level.
Nice.
That's when I started doing auditioning for film and commercials and TV and stuff.
Was it what you expected?
No.
No. How so?
I always
Different
thought
than
that,
plays, right?
Yeah. You have to be in plays. You have to be more big and
Yeah.
talk loud. But in movies, it's a lot more it's
intimate.
The complete opposite of that.
Yeah.
And so what did that transition look like? Did you just show up one day at the office of whoever's filming this movie and be like, hey, guess what? I'm your star.
I think starting out, my mom would just she subscribe to a few websites or would find face on Facebook or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and just send in my headshot information, whatever.
Did you have an acting reel or something that you put together?
No, I didn't. Just face or
Just my face.
headshots.
Yeah, cool.
Just that, and then,
Were your
I had
headshots
experience.
one as you a tennis guy and then one as you as a doctor?
Right.
And they were all the different kinds. You can play anything. No,
I'm
just
guessing
simple.
no.
Just
Yeah.
simple. Okay.
Yeah. How did you approach the role? So, before I saw the film, I had seen the trailer and I'd seen a description of it, and it seemed like it was going to be. First of all, I thought it was about aliens, and it seemed like it was going to be obviously like this. You would think, like I said, there's a lot of scary stuff that happens. You would think maybe the acting there is maybe a little easier, where you're just like being scared. But really, as you watch the film, it becomes much deeper than that. Much more about the relationship between your character Caleb and his father. And I would think takes a lot more kind of work to act into that. How did you approach that?
I just kind of went over the script and tried to put myself in the mindset of the character, and like I kind of like thought about like what I would actually do in that situation.
Yeah.
But still applying like.
Was that hard? Because it's such kind of an out there type role that you're playing.
Yeah, especially since it was my first thing ever.
Yeah, like I've hardly ever predicted any world changing events, and now I have to do two. So.
Yeah, it was weird.
Were there other kind of relationships or things that you drew from to try and portray what your character was feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Cool.
What was your favorite part about doing this?
Getting to meet all the people.
Yeah.
There was so many like different talented people in the movie, and it was awesome getting to.
You always hear about like Hollywood that they like younger actors and people getting into that craft, and they like to kind of take them under their wing and give them some respect. Is that what you experienced?
Yeah, definitely. I was kind of like since I was like the youngest, obviously I was like the youngest actor on set. Everyone was really supportive and nice.
Very cool.
And everyone had a lot of great advice to give because they've been doing stuff in the industry for much longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we talked a little bit before the cameras started to roll, and you are interested in more than just acting in the future,
Yeah.
right? Was there anything that you saw on the set that you saw someone doing that you were really inspired by, that like maybe like that's where I want to go?
Definitely directing.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool that the director was able to like see everything and be able to like come up with stuff on the spot that make the scene like 100 times better than what he had originally planned.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
The director Nathan Leon, I think his name was. He wrote it as well, so he was like had his fingerprints all over it. Did you guys have talks where he sort of conveyed to you what he wanted to get across in the film?
Before we shot, and when I was even like when I got the part, and I was I would send him like videos of me doing different scenes. He would like talk with me, but like before we started shooting, like a week before we started shooting, we met up with him, and we ran through a few scenes, and I got to meet like the guy that played my dad and the person that plays like.
It's always good to meet your dad.
Yeah. All the times I've met my dad, it's been pretty good. So yeah.
And so it was cool. So we got to go through a few scenes and like work on our chemistry, and it was a cool experience.
The movie ends up being a lot more spiritual than I necessarily thought. Like I said, I thought it was about aliens.
Yeah.
How did that part hit you? Was that interesting to you to have that side come into it, or?
It was definitely different because our family's not super religious, and so it was like new, and a little like weird. It was a scene in the movie where I have to pray, and I had absolutely no idea how to pray.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like went along.
But you had a professional director
Right.
telling you how to pray.
That was
so, like,
the
that's better
acting he
than
worked the hardest
anyone
on, was
who's
to
gone
learn
to
how to
church.
pray.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So, do you have a preference between going and doing theater or going and doing film at this point?
I definitely like film more
Yeah.
than theater.
Is it?
Why?
Yeah. Why?
It just seems more real. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it weird? Because the thing with theater, you get that instant gratification, right, from the audience, whether they like it or don't like it. I think they usually like it. That's why they're there. But with film, it's much more delayed. It's more like, I guess, writing or something where you kind of do all this work and then wait and hope people like it. Is that, what do you think about that aspect of it?
I kind of like it more because it gives me more time to like unwind from doing it, and like but at the same time I want to like hear people's opinions. Like I love hearing reviews and stuff.
Yeah.
About like stuff that I've done or whatever.
Sure. Who doesn't like to hear people talk about stuff that they did?
I hate it. I feel like just let me
That's why
do my
I
own
make you
thing.
do feedback every time we do a soapbox.
What's next for you? You have another project coming down the pike, right?
Yeah. Thunderbolt in Mine Eye. And
you play a very different character this time.
Very different.
Yeah. Tell us about him.
He's like a bully character, and I swear a lot on that movie. And they
Gosh, darn it.
Dang it.
Turn it to heck.
Yeah, that's fun, maybe?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
very different.
Yeah.
And your mom was telling us that you smoked the whole house out with oregano.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's got to smell bad.
Oh, yeah, it smelled terrible.
What was it like having
The oregano smells good.
to smoke oregano? Was it like, did you actually inhale oregano smoke?
I think so. But yeah, my throat was burning, and we had this
Yeah.
one scene where it was like one of the only smoking scenes I had, or like the main smoking scene I had, and we were filming
30 takes.
Yeah, we were filming for like 3 hours down this like
Oh,
basement, so
Yeah.
like the entire basement was all smoky and it smelled terrible.
Yeah.
My
your
throat was burning.
your eyes were like realistically red at that point. Like,
Yeah.
Smelled like
just from the oregano.
an Italian plumber's basement.
Yeah.
He probably sounded like Mario through all the takes.
It's me, Embry.
That's a good weed. That was a terrible Mario impression, by the way.
Are there any ways that you feel like your work in acting has kind of helped you in life at all? I mean, are there any lessons that you
Yeah, for
feel like
sure.
you take away from that?
Definitely, just from like even watching like interviews of other actors,
Hmm.
like who are in Hollywood and stuff. Like, it's just there's a lot of like advice, like life advice, and it still really taught me that like my feelings and stuff.
Yeah.
I've gotten better like managing them, I guess you could
Mhm.
say.
Yeah.
It's weird, but yeah, and
Kind of helped you in your maturing process a little bit.
Yeah,
it seems like that's
definitely.
awesome. Yeah.
So, if you could play any role right now, what would be your dream role to take on?
Captain America.
I knew you were going to say that.
Oh, were you not asking me? Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know. I don't really have like a dream. There's no rules that really stand out to me. That
Between the two that you've done in the feature films, which one do you feel like you sort of enjoyed and would like to do more of? Because they're so different. What ballpark would you rather be in?
Definitely the Thunderbolt one.
Yeah. Okay. A little more fun to do that rather than the kind of more victim sort of character.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, and all the oregano is fun, I bet. So. Cool. Okay. Well, that's all the questions I have.
Yeah, that's pretty much all that I have. Is there anything you wanted to talk about? Anything you wanted to say? No.
Yeah.
All right.
Embry,
Just go
thank
see
you
the
so
movie.
much. This was really fun, and I love hearing about that. Like, obviously, I've never been an actor, and so kind of hearing what it's like is really cool, and especially you at a younger age is really awesome. I've seen some comments from the director, Nathan, about you and why he picked you, and just feeling like you have a great career ahead of you, and you did a fantastic job in the film Prodigy, and I would definitely agree with that for what it's worth. That you're clearly very talented, and I think you have a great career ahead of you. So thanks so much for talking to us, and
Thank you.
Thanks for letting me be a part of this. I'm so
just,
happy to
just
be
happy
here.
to be here. Cool.